While searching through archived video footage, I found the beginnings of a video I began last summer during our trip to Maryland. It was an unfinished video I made with my daughter as we took a train trip to Washington D.C. to see the Lincoln Memorial. So I decided to finish it and share it all with you. We hope you enjoy.
Train station in Brunswick, Maryland. Getting ready to go to Washington D.C. Huh? Union Station. There's a McDonald's down there.
Breakfast was our first order of business. There are many places to eat in Union Station. We decided, though, to keep it simple and headed for a nearby McDonald's.
Let's grab something and take it. Get that out. This is the main hall in Union Station.
The main hall of Union Station was just amazing, and the size of it can't be fully appreciated by this video. Union Station is more than just a train station. There are many shops to check out, as well as restaurants. It's a lot like a shopping mall attached to a train station. And the architecture, well, it was simply stunning. They just don't build them like this anymore.
Neither do I, but it's cool. Make sure I'm not standing in the way of traffic. This is a huge train station, man. Huh? I'd start taking pictures if I were you. The famous memorial right here.
The amazing architecture continued outside the station with the Columbus Fountain just in front, which served as a tribute to Christopher Columbus. It was constructed in 1911 and installed from March to June 1912. As we walked up to the fountain, we passed a replica of the Liberty Bell. In the distance is the dome of the U.S. Capitol building.
Here's the Capitol.
We crossed Massachusetts Avenue and then up Delaware Avenue northeast toward the Capitol building. At the moment the temperatures were mild, but it was July in Washington D.C. and I knew the heat would be coming.
Here's the Capitol building.
We walk along the perimeter of the Capitol building, heading for the mall and the reflecting pool. The Fences were still in place at this time in July 2021, following the January 6th riots. These fences actually came down the day after our visit. But on this day, we were kept outside the grounds of the Capitol and settled on seeing it from a distance. The Capitol is located on the eastern end of the National Mall, 1.4 miles away from the Washington Monument. It's 1.5 million square feet, with over 600 rooms and miles of corridors. Its design was selected by George Washington in 1793 and has been burned, rebuilt, extended, and restored. Today it stands as a monument to the American people and of our democratic republic.
Yep. Let me get a picture of you here currently. There's a reflecting pool. And whatever monument that is. And there's the Washington Monument. Okay, we're working now. Washington Monument. Getting closer.
It was a pleasant walk today along the National Mall as we made our way to the Washington Monument. Many of DC's attractions are here along the mall on both sides. Most of the Smithsonian's museums are also along this stretch.
Oh, the Smithsonian museums. I think that's the Natural History Museum over there. Okay, be back. Okay, that's the Smithsonian Castle. Just look at the architecture on that.
The Smithsonian Castle was completed in 1855. It houses the administrative offices of the Smithsonian as well as the visitor center. It was built in the Gothic Revival style with Romanesque motifs. It was the first Smithsonian building constructed. The Smithsonian Institution bears the name of its founding donor, James Smithson. A crypt just inside the north entrance houses his tomb.
We'll get better shots of it if we walk back and the sun is behind us.
To the far right, a jogger raced by. Many locals use this area for exercise. The National Mall isn't just for tourists. Many were using this beautiful day for a good run.
And look, there's a Marine One. Biden's helicopter just flew. It's heading on the, looks like it's going to the White House. No. Be back. There's a Department of Agriculture building. Pretty neat. We're closer. Almost there. Be back. There it is. Whoa. Washington Monument. Yes, I still have it on video.
I don't remember if it was
Yeah. This is as close as I've ever gotten to this thing. So this will be the first time I'll be right at the bottom of it.
The Washington Monument is a 555-foot tall obelisk built to honor the first President George Washington. Construction began in 1848, but due to funding and other delays, the monument wasn't completed until 1885 and was officially opened in 1888. The shading difference in the marble at about 150 feet is due to the marble used during the construction coming from a different source than when construction began. The monument was closed due to COVID during our visit. However, you can visit it now.
Washington National is right over there. Plane's gonna take it off like every couple of minutes. Here we are right. Right beneath this thing. I'm gonna walk up and touch it. Here's the Lincoln Memorial. That'll be next. Here you go. Look at that marble. I have touched the Washington Monument. Capitol. Okay, be back. There's the White House.
Before heading to the Lincoln Memorial, we decided to take a little detour for the White House.
Be back. It is getting closer to it. Secret Service is all over the place. So this is the only way you can. I mean, you can only go up to the fence. Oh yeah. This is a big tourist area. And thank goodness there's no protests or anything happening. So it's nice and quiet here. Surprised about how few people there are. There's not that many people in here. wonder what that building over there is. Maybe that's where the vice president says. Alright, hold on, let's see. That is the something. White House. Okay, so that's there's a White House bowling alley. Oh, that's the executive office building. Eisenhower Executive Office building.
It's just the Capitol. And there's agents right there. There's just something like that.
Yeah, this is as close as we can get to it.
It was nice visiting the city during a weekday where there weren't many crowds. Though the temperature was rising, we were having a great time making our way toward the White House. At least, as close as we could get to the White House due to the heavy security measures. We could get as far as Constitution Avenue, but no closer.
We gotta do a selfie in front of the White House. Okay, be back. Oh, this is the World War II Memorial. Navy, Army. Air Forces. I guess that's before the Air Force.
The World War II Memorial is one of the newer memorials in D.C., dedicated in 2004. More than 4.6 million people visited the memorial in 2018. It honors all those who served and fell during the conflict and the sacrifices they made. I didn't know about this new memorial, but it was really cool to see.
If you want to take pictures, just holler at me and I'll stop and wait for you. I didn't know that you were taking pictures. You can take as many as you want, just let me know. Wyoming, Washington. Oh wow, look at that. Well, that's pretty nifty. Check it out, everybody. The Lincoln Memorial.
Finally, we were making our way to the Lincoln Memorial. I'd never seen it before, and I was excited to at last stand before the statue of President Lincoln. I'd seen many pictures, as I'm sure we all have, but I was eager to see firsthand just how big the statue was in person. As we took each step toward the memorial, the more eager I became.
Here's the reflecting pool. Covered in baby duckies down there. Oh, I can just see Lincoln. Okay, be back when we get there. Oops, hold on. Here, no, there.
There it was, the Lincoln Memorial in all its Greek temple-style glory. Dedicated in 1922, it is one of the biggest tourist attractions in the city. Inside, to the left and right of the seated statue of Abraham Lincoln, engraved on the walls are the Gettysburg Address and Lincoln's second inaugural address. The memorial is also the site of many famous speeches, including the famous "I Have a Dream" speech given by Martin Luther King Jr. in 1963.
Be back.
And here we were, at the final steps of the memorial, about to make our way inside. The outer architecture was amazing, like I'd transported to ancient Greece, about to step inside a mighty temple. The columns became increasingly massive as we approached. I was enthralled. We could see the statue of Lincoln, and from out here it looked grand. You can't really judge how large it is until you walk up and see it for yourself. I was finally seeing the Lincoln Memorial for myself.
Daddy, I love you.
There it was, a huge white statue of Abraham Lincoln. Crowds had definitely increased, but we didn't care. After only seeing this in pictures all our lives, my daughter and I now stood before this grand memorial. It was amazing. The hall was huge. You could see the engravings of Lincoln's famous speeches on each wall. As big as Lincoln's actual statue was, it seemed dwarfed by the massive hall with its many columns reaching up along the three sides in front of the statue. I'm no architect, and I don't know what the architecture of this room was called, but it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Just missed the police officer. He just walked right past us. Who's back there? See? Huh? In the picture with the copper? There's the Gettysburg Address. Oh, I didn't get the mural up on top there. Oh, there's one over there. I missed that one. Oh, that's the elevator. Okay, we'll be back.
10 million suns across the sky won't outshine my love for you. Fire in the dark with blinding light won't outshine my love for you.
Rayburn House Office Building.
After our visit to the Lincoln Memorial, Cheyenne and I headed for some lunch at a nearby food stand before making our way back to Union Station. We couldn't go to many museums because tickets were needed at this time due to COVID restrictions. Those tickets could only be obtained online. We didn't know, so no museums. As we made our way back toward Union Station, we walked by several big features. The first of which was the Rayburn House Office Building, which is the Congressional Office Building for the U.S. House of Representatives. There were some renovations going on, but it was still pretty cool.
Library of Congress. What a gorgeous building.
The Thomas Jefferson Building is the oldest of the 4 U.S. Library of Congress buildings. It was built between 1890 and 1897. It is an unparalleled world resource with a collection of more than 170 million items. These include 39 million cataloged books and other print materials in 470 languages, more than 73 million manuscripts, the largest rare book collection in North America, and the largest collection of legal materials, films, maps, sheet music, and sound recordings. Public tours are available to visit, so we're going to have to make plans for a return trip.
Library of Congress. Check out the fountain.
Look around where you are. See my love shine like the stars. Take a breath where you stand. I'm forever here to hold your hand. Oh.
Cool, dude. Yep. That is the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court building houses the highest court in the land. No other introduction is really needed. Construction of this building began in 1932 and was completed in 1935. Though currently suspended due to COVID concerns, the public can attend sessions of the court and visit the building and listen to lectures. Hopefully soon, we'll all be able to do these activities again. That would be incredibly interesting.
Here it says on the top, equal justice under the law. Wish that was true. On the very top.
I'm forever here, right by your side.
This rather short video barely scratches the surface of everything to see and do along the National Mall in Washington, D.C. It's impossible to see everything in one day. There are so many other memorials and museums to visit here. With many COVID restrictions now relaxed since this video was shot, perhaps these attractions are now easier to experience. Y'all should come see this place if you haven't already. It was really cool. From our family to yours, we wish you health and happiness, and don't worry, we'll be back on the trail real soon.